I think I did something wrong. I mean, now I smell like coffee. Hello everyone, welcome to my 2025 reset. So there are a couple of things that I'm going to be doing today. I have just woken up, so first we're going to go make some breakfast. After that, we're going to try making homemade masks. I really want to try making a rice mask and a coffee mask for under your eyes. So let's just get started. That's way too much. That's so much. This year's already off to a really bad start. 2026 is my year, guys. Really popping and I'm scared to go near it. And please don't hate crime me for liking ketchup on my eggs. Now that we have been fueled with breakfast, we can move on to making the masks. I'm gonna do the rice mask. I got the recipe from this girl, Crystal Lee from TikTok. It's currently 12:52 p.m. I did wake up late, so that's why it is so late. I don't take that long to eat my breakfast. So the recipe for this rice mask called for 1 cup of rice. So here I'm just doing that. Okay, now we're gonna wash this. I've got my jar of rice. I'm gonna let that sit for 30 minutes. I'm gonna set up a timer. That I'm gonna start making my coffee and honey mask. Not actually too sure if this will work. This is the honey that I will be using, and this is my coffee. The recipe for the coffee mask called for a tablespoon of coffee and a tablespoon of honey. And then afterward, you just want to mix it. Here's how that looks. Next up, I'm going to make a hair mask. This mask is for split ends. It said to put yogurt in and olive oil. It literally gave me no measurements. And then some olive oil. I'm gonna mix that together. Okay, this looks yucky to say the least, but I'm gonna add more olive oil. I'm gonna continue mixing this. I did watch another video and it said you can add honey. I added just a bit more of honey, and I'm not gonna lie, this low-key looks like an actual hair mask, and I'm actually excited to use it. I'm just gonna move this along next to the coffee. I want to make something for my nails to make them more strong and less prone to breakage. This one has actual measurements. A 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of sea salt, 1 tablespoon of honey. Mix all that together. Move this next to the pile as well. Got all our masks here except that one's still forming. I'm gonna put aluminum foil over these. Now that I've wrapped them all, I'm going to put them in the fridge. Okay, the rest have been put in the fridge except this one. We're still waiting on it to soak. It's got about 8 more minutes left on the clock. For those 8, we're going to blend it, then we're gonna save the water to use as a toner, and the rice will go in the fridge for 2 hours. To wait on that, I'm gonna make myself some tea. Okay, my timer has just went off, so it's time to put it in the blender. Scared. Bro. Do I have to put like... Ah! Okay, it was an absolute pain trying to get everything out of the blender and into here. But now that that's done, I'm gonna let this sit in the fridge for 2 hours. I've set my timer, and while that sits, I'm gonna drink my tea and take a shower. Before I do head into the shower, first off, I'm gonna do my hair mask. Okay, we've got my very, very messy hair, and we've also got our hair mask. Got my hair up, and I'm gonna go hop in the shower. I have just gotten out of the shower. Now I am going to brush my hair Honestly, I would definitely say that the hair mask did work. It wasn't bad. The hair masks I buy from the store do have a little bit more moisture. I think I applied way too much honey. Maybe that's the reason why I felt like it made my hair a little dry. Now that I have brushed out my hair, I'm gonna apply some hair oil. This is my coconut milk hair oil. I'm gonna apply some of that. Next, I'm gonna apply my hair mousse. I use this pattern hair mousse. Another alternative to this, because this is very expensive, I would also recommend the L'Oreal mousse, but it does make your hair a little dry and crunchy. So to fix the crunchiness, you can apply a cream product on top of the mousse. Next, I'm gonna do something that I might get hate crimed for. I'm gonna do braids, but like tiny little braids on my hair. So I might get hate crimed for that, but that's just what I do. By the way, the braids, I just use them as a protective hairstyle for when I go to sleep, so then when I wake up, my hair won't be all tangled. And the hate crime thing was just a joke. In 2025, we will not procrastinate our homework. We will do our homework right away. In 2025, we will be organized and we will plan things accordingly. In 2025, we will not get mad easily. We will be calm and we will take deep breaths when we feel like we're gonna crash out. In 2025, we will not be as paranoid and not be as scared of everything. In 2025, we will not bed rot. We will get up and do our work. Now that I've got my hair in these braids, I'm gonna tie it back. Right now, however, as we are waiting for my rice mask to be ready, I'm gonna do the coffee one. I mean, now I smell like coffee. It's a good thing though, I like the smell of coffee. I'm gonna set up a timer for 15 minutes. 6 more minutes. Timer has just went off, so I'm gonna wash this off. Okay, I'm not sure if that really worked. I would even go to say that I feel like they made my eye bags a little darker, but I'll do more research about it and I'll see. The timer has finally just went off, so we can finally go ahead and use a rice mask. Here she is. We're gonna drain the water. I've got my strainer. Okay, we've put our rice water in this container. Got the mask in here. We're back here yet again. We're gonna put the rice mask on. Okay, I've applied it to my face. I think I did something wrong. I literally got rice everywhere. I need to take another shower. The mask is now fully dry. It has been 30 minutes and now I am going to wash it off. Okay, I just washed that off with plain water. I think I did something wrong though, because the girl in the video, her mask was like porridge kind of, and mine was like crumbly, like a cookie. Now I'm gonna go ahead and boil some water to steam my face. While the water is simmering, I'm gonna take it off. I've got my boiling water right here. I'm just gonna put my face over it. I've heard it helps to have a towel over your face while you do this. I'm covering it all the way. It has been 3 minutes. My face is a little red. Apparently now my pores are all opened up, and I used the rice toner that I made. I hope this is good. I hope it works. Here is my cotton pad. Now I'm just gonna put it all over my face. Apparently a toner is supposed to help clean out your pores. Hopefully this new thing won't make my face break out. I've taken a paper towel and I've doused it in the rice water. It's supposed to act like a toner pad. I'm gonna take this off now and then I'm gonna cleanse my face. I do have oily skin, so I'm gonna be using this Murad cleanser. Next up, the ideal thing you'd want to do is ice your face. I don't have ice, so I just stuck my head in the freezer for a bit. So you could do a serum if you'd like, but I try to keep my skincare limited to prevent any acne growth. So what I'm going to do is go in with this Glow Recipe moisturizer. So I watched said to pat it into your skin and apply it in thin layers. So I'm going to try that. Now we're all done for the face. Okay, one of the other things that I would like to do for 2025 is learn a new language. Basically, it's not really a new language because I've been trying to learn this language since I was 11 years old and I kept just quitting and giving up. But this year, I truly want to just succeed at it. I'm going to be trying to learn Japanese this year and actually go on through with it. I have proof of all my hard work that I've tried to do over the couple of years and have failed to do. I have hiragana and katakana books that are for writing and like reading. I also have a kanji book that I never touched because I was always avoiding kanji. It's hard and I'm scared to learn it. Some apps that I have tried were Duolingo, but I've been hearing recently that Duolingo really doesn't work. I also use Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone is really good. It's good for speaking, reading, and literally all of the above. First off, before I do that, I'm going to show you guys all my papers and everything from when I was 11 years old when I was trying to learn Japanese. So these are the books that I use. This is for kanji and this is both hiragana and katakana. I use this a bit, not that much. I didn't use this at all because I was scared of it. I was literally procrastinating it. But before I owned these books, this is what I had. A little big old chunky folder. So these are blank hiragana and katakana practice sheets. And these are the ones I finished, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these are the ones I finished. So it looks like I did try to learn katakana as well, because I'm pretty sure that's katakana. And then, oh wait, no. Is it? You know what? I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. No, this. Oh, I remember this paper. I think this was my first ever paper that I did. This was my first ever paper that I did. I don't know why I highlighted it, but this was hiragana and this is katakana. I was 11, by the way, when I did these. Finished. And these are blank sheets. So these are the different types of papers that I would use to study hiragana and katakana. I would print these out and I would use different formats to use different studying methods. And this one I filled out a bit, but I guess I counted it as blank. A kana chart for learning katakana. I also used to have this graph paper. And oh yeah, I used to take notes in this as I studied with Duolingo or Rosetta Stone. These are greetings. Again, I didn't know how to take notes properly, so they're very, very messy. And then this is like the most filled out sheet. I'd say, I'm not sure what that says. I am so sorry if that is a bad word. Again, I forgot. There was a point where I used to know. That is ra. I know that. And then I don't know what these are. It might be one of the ta alphabets. And I just loved having washi tape. I used to get this from Daiso. I mainly just took notes to use washi tape, I'm not gonna lie, and to use highlighters. Again, more notes using washi tape and highlighters. I wanted to be that aesthetic girly, all about that aesthetic life. Oh, these are numbers. Oh, this is math. This has nothing to do with Japanese. More math. Now we're getting done with the Japanese unit, and we've moved on to math apparently. Okay, but that's it. All my things that I owned when I was 11 and I was trying to learn, I gave up. But I'm going to try and learn again. But honestly, the main thing that motivated me to learn Japanese again was I was watching Alice in Borderland, and I would watch it in the English audio, and it really bothered me when they pronounced the names wrong, because it would be like a serious moment and they just say the name horribly wrong, and I'd start laughing. So then, I just switched it back to Japanese, but I would have to read the subtitles, and when I would look down because I was doing something while watching a TV show, I wouldn't understand what they were saying. I'd be like, wait, what just happened? So that is the main thing that's motivating me to learn Japanese again, just so I can understand TV shows while I'm looking down. And also, I spent way too much money and way too much time when I was 11 years old just to never learn it. I only know a couple words and a couple sentences. And have one conversation, and it has to be word for word for me to understand. これはケーキですか? いえ、それは水です。Ah. Okay. I can also say my name is. I can't actually. I can also say I am, but that's practically it. It is now 11 p.m. I am now going to do my nightly routine. Happy New Year. I wash my face. Now I have finished washing my face. That's what everyone watching this video right now needs to do. Wash their face. Have y'all ever heard of a cleanser? Just joking. Come back. Don't leave me. Come back. Nice guys, I promise. Don't leave me. Next, I have this prescribed cream called Adaplane. My doctor prescribed this to me, so I'm going to put this on. I have this thing. Erythromycin and benzoyl peroxide topical gel USB. I knew all that. No, I didn't. Okay, that's also another prescribed gel, but since I'm doing this so late, usually I do it at like 8:30. Right now it's like 11 p.m. I'm not gonna do the benzoyl peroxide. gel. I'm just gonna do Adeplane. Basically be like my moisturizer because it is oily and it prevents against wrinkles as well actually. So it is good. I'm also taking doxycycline for my acne. I did want to take Accutane at first, but my doctor said no. Hard fat, no. So here's my doxycycline. It's a very slow going pill. It's not like Accutane. It doesn't like suddenly get rid of your acne. It's very, very slow. No. It also doesn't come with depression, anxiety, and fertility issues. So no shade to anyone who uses Accutane. I want to use Accutane, but no shade. That is it for tonight, and I will see you guys in the morning where I will start learning Japanese again. We'll hopefully continue it throughout 2025. Alright, good night. Sweet dreams. I've just woken up. I'm gonna open my braids and some breakfast and we can get to learning. Hi. Okay, you're looking at me from a different perspective. The whole video is kind of like a jump scare because I have no makeup on the entire time of this video. So I'm sorry about that. Anyways, let's get right into relearning Japanese. I'm just gonna hop on to Rosetta Stone. I'm gonna start off easy and then I'm gonna slowly work my way back into learning the alphabets and learning everything properly, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Alright, first off, I'm gonna do a little tour of Rosetta Stone for you guys in case you guys don't know what it is. Not sponsored. It's not sponsored, but Rosetta Stone, if you want to sponsor me, I'm right here. First off, when you open it, if you already have an account, you're gonna see this most likely. If you go into settings, you have your learning language, the language that you are learning. Mine is Japanese. If you click on it, you can switch. There's so many languages you can learn. There's Spanish, even English for people who like to learn English, French, Italian, German, Arabic, Chinese, Dutch. There's so many. There's Filipino, which is Tagalog, and there's Hebrew. You can even learn Farsi here. It says I have done 16 out of 29 of my language basics, which is the unit 1. Again, I did work on this Rosetta Stone like a long time ago, but I don't remember anything. There's also extended learning where you can read stories or listen to something. So let's go into unit 1. So I chose to revisit the lesson and it's teaching me everything from the start. So basically what you're seeing here is it says a word and it says another word. It shows a picture within each word. And then it shows you that same word from one of the pictures and you have to choose the picture that is matching with that word. So Rosetta Stone is actually a great app if you want to learn any language. Within the units that you saw at the start, like the unit 1 for basics, and some of the core lessons have speaking lessons in it as well. So basically how that works, it shows you a picture of a girl drinking juice and it says the girl is drinking juice in the language that you're choosing to learn. And then it shows another picture, and that picture could be the same thing, but it's mostly not the same picture as before. So it could be like a boy eating or a guy running. And above that picture, it will say nothing. And then a thing pops up to record your voice, so you have to say what the picture is showing. And if your pronunciation or your accent is even a little bit off, it will mark it as incorrect and force you to redo it over and over and over again. Like, for example, a lot of non-English speakers, they say that they struggle with the word water when they're using Rosetta Stone. Because when English speakers say water, they don't pronounce the T. And when someone's doing a speaking lesson, they say water, and that will mark it as incorrect. And then they'll be like, okay, water, and then it's like, no, that's still wrong. You have to have the exact accent and pronunciation. That is also one of the reasons I did give up Rosetta Stone. The speaking lessons would throw me off so bad. It also has lessons like this one. So they're audio lessons, so you have to listen instead of read. Listen to what it says and match it with the picture. It also has lessons where you can't listen to what it's saying, so you have to read it instead and match it to the picture. It also has lessons where you have to form sentences and you have to read it. But in the right-hand corner, there is a translate button. So if you don't know how to read something or you don't know what a word is, you can translate that sentence and it will translate it for you in the language that you want it to. So yeah, this is a great app. I would recommend this. Again, I'm not an expert though. Some other apps that I've also heard are good that are also free is Anki. Anki is a studying app. You can use it for anything basically. A lot of people who are in the medical field and are in med school have said they use it and it's great. And a lot of people who are learning a different language have also said it helps a lot. I've heard Lingo Deer is also really good to use for learning Japanese. So I'm also gonna try that. One thing I do know is that I've heard that Duolingo is not good at all. But yeah, that is all the tips and tricks that I have. Again, I'm not an expert. Alright, now that I've completed the grammar part, I think I'm gonna stop here. I feel like I got a good refresh of what I had learned before. A language learning tip that I saw on TikTok actually, they said that you can ask ChatGPT to explain a language grammar to you. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna take notes on that because I feel like that would really help a lot. Alright, so here I had asked ChatGPT to explain Japanese grammar to me. And I won't lie, it actually did help a lot. Grammar is something that I struggle with in every language, I'd be honest. And I feel like a lot of people do as well. Grammar is that one thing that's kind of hard to understand, and it's different in almost every language. But I feel like me searching it up and actually taking notes on it helped a lot because I understood what some of the words now meant and why they were there in each sentence. And now when I do future studying lessons in Rosetta Stone, I can kind of read the sentences easier. And something that I didn't do before was learn the Japanese grammar, which I think was another reason why it made me quit because I couldn't read sentences properly. It made it really hard for me. And I was 11, so I would obviously, when something's really hard for an 11-year-old, they just give up. But now that I know proper language studying methods, I can use that to my advantage and learn Japanese. Because I am in school currently and I'm learning Spanish alongside this. And I do sometimes get the two confused together. There has been times where I'm looking for a Japanese word or a Spanish word, and instead of finding a Japanese word, I find a Spanish word, which is really, really annoying. But since I'm going to school every day and I'm being kind of forced to learn grammar, and I'm learning how to study that grammar. So when I come home, after I do all my Spanish homework, I can learn how to study Japanese and learn the grammar and the whole language. And learning languages is really good for your brain. They say that if you don't use your brain for a long time, the muscle will get weak because it is a muscle, and that is actually true. And learning languages and speaking it often will really help your mind strengthen itself. Because once you learn the language, you will also sometimes think in that language. So thinking in another language versus the one language that you're already comfortable with will make your mind work even harder while it's at home and resting. So just that strengthens your brain, and I think that's really something that's good for people. And I think just learning languages and learning about different cultures is something that I really like to do. There are just so many languages that I would like to learn, and I hope I can use this method to learn languages. And I hope some of these methods help other people that are watching this video as well. If it doesn't, I am very sorry. Color coded this first part. I'm gonna highlight the rest off camera and show you guys at the end. Here's how that looks like all finished. I highlighted it in a way that will help me actually understand the grammar. I also really like taking notes in general, so this was fun for me. But yeah, and this helped any people who are trying to learn a new language. I said all the tips that I knew and learned from other places. If you guys have any other tips and tricks, please let me know. But yeah, I think that is it for my 2025 reset. I hope everyone has a great year and is victorious in reaching their goals this year. I mainly made this video to start out my goals of what I wanted. For example, learning a new language. I want to succeed in that this year, so I started doing that. And taking care of my skin a lot more. I started doing that. And setting up a routine for myself, I started doing that as well. And I hope this video kind of helped people who wanted the help or motivated anyone that wanted to start their own reset. It doesn't matter if it's late. You guys think it's still too late to do your own reset? Don't think that. You guys can start at any time you want. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye!